News at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Catherine Thompson here. Well, we've started off the work week on an unsettled note, but again, we are soaking up any rain we can get. I have noticed that the yard's coming back to life. The flowers, the plants, everything's coming back to life with this bit of rain we have had so far. So that is some good news. It is muggy. You can tell we've got a lot of moisture in the air, but at least it's not too hot. At this time last week, we were in the 80s and 90s. Most of us today have been in the 70s, so there has been a bit of relief from that. It's just still very humid, and we've still got the chance of some more showers and storms through the evening. Most of us right now sitting in the 70s, rich lands with some rain-cooled air sitting at 68. So just depending on where you are, actually feels pretty nice when some of these showers come in, kind of cool down the air for a little bit more, or a little bit more for a little while. Now, we do have to watch for some of these heavier downpours, though, because when you get a lot of rain coming at one time, too hard, too fast, a lot of it can run off. So we are concerned about some high water. We do have a flood advisory that will include portions of southeastern Greenbrier and northwestern Monroe counties, right along the Greenbrier River and tributaries into the river through this area here. This is going to include right along 219, Route 63 through the Caldwell Tunnel. I know that place is prone to flood, especially with downpours like this. We're still getting some rain in eastern Greenbrier too. It's slowly working further to the east as we speak. Some more heavy downpours around 219 further south into Monroe County now as well. And this is the kind of thing that's just going to be on and off through the evening. So these localized flooding issues along creeks, streams, those areas that are, you know, those poor drainage spots, be aware that those could get inundated through the evening and into tomorrow even at times. For the next several days, we're going to remain unsettled. So this kind of stuff is going to be on and off too through the next several days. Now, in our area, that's the only warning advisory we've got. Just out of the area, just out of our area south of Wythe County, Carroll County is under a flash flood warning. Very heavy downpours there earlier. If you are heading that way on 77, be aware anywhere in Carroll you could also see some high water there because we have had some pretty heavy rain. But generally, it's still been hit or miss, not really widespread downpours, and it will be hit or miss through the evening. We've had this front just stalled across the area, and it's going to sit here for the next several days. So the weather essentially will be on repeat. Tuesday, Wednesday, we look a lot like today. Cooler, but still muggy, still some moisture around. And with another front actually dipping into the area late week, we keep the chance of showers and storms through Thursday and Friday too. I think it's the weekend that this front's kind of making its way to the coast, and we'll have some drier air come in. So until then, a lot of this week, the weather pattern remains pretty stagnant, warm, muggy overnight. We'll be in the 60s and low 70s, some showers, some storms. Generally, they fizzle out a bit after midnight, and then tomorrow they come back mainly during the afternoon and evening. Now, severe weather not really looking likely in the next few days, but the main concern will be those heavy downpours. Excessive rainfall, isolated flooding, as I mentioned, will remain the top concern. Again, as I mentioned, though, too, the weekend looks a little better. I do think that we could have some drier air, some more comfortable air come in by then. Let's look at that 10-day there. We warm up by next week, but the weekend looks pretty good. Ben?